Come on. Bug! You know what you just stepped on? They're not all bad. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests, there are those of us that have learned to coexist with insects and spiders. However, there are others that want to kill everything with 6 or 8 legs. Tonight, my intention is to inform you that if you understand better our local insects and spiders, you will feel more comfortable when they are in your midst. And if you spend any time outdoors in Florida, they are in your midst. Now, I could speak for hours on the topic because there are so many insects and spiders, but fortunately for you, the audience, I only have a few minutes, so I'm going to just touch on a few of importance. I'm going to break my talk into 3 categories: the beneficials, those that are considered beneficial yet potentially harmful to humans, and those that are just plain bad. Now, when I think of beneficial insects, the first that comes to mind for me is the honeybee. Not because they make honey, but because they pollinate our food crops. If it were not for the bees doing the work of the pollinating of our food crops, the price of our produce would be far higher. Now, many flowering plants rely on insect pollinators to transfer pollen from the flower of one plant to that of a neighboring plant, thus allowing the plants to have sex and subsequently produce fruits and vegetables. If it were not for these insects, we would have to pay people to go around and hand pollinate all these flowers. Now, other beneficial insects include the predators, which are hunters of other insects, and they're not all intimidating in appearance. For instance, the lacewing with its delicate, lacy, translucent wings, and the ladybird beetle, otherwise known as the ladybug, which kids like and are often released in gardens and nurseries because their young feed on aphids, which are the young feed on voraciously on aphids, which are a headache to horticulturists. Other predators are a little more intimidating in appearance. For example, if a dragonfly landed on you and you didn't know what it was, with its big compound eyes and long wings and long tail, you might react in panic. However, most of us know that they are only out to get other insects and mean us no harm. Now, those insects that are predators, that's beneficial, yet could potentially harm us, include wasps and spiders because of their venom. Now, paper wasps are often encountered by people due to the nature of their nesting habits. They will nest under virtually anything that will shelter them from the rains. This may include your patio furniture, your children's swing sets, your barbecue, or the steps of a stepladder. And I have been stung numerous times by paper wasps just due to accidental encounters with their nests. And they're merely defending their nests, but I have to destroy them because they stung me. Now, spiders are hunters, yet all venomous to a certain extent. However, there are only 2 types of spiders in the southeastern U.S. potentially dangerous to humans, thus the brown recluse and the widow spiders. And according to university websites, there are no established populations of brown recluse in the peninsula of Florida. However, there are many widow spiders, and I can account for that. I have witnessed many brown and black widows in our area. The venom of the black widow in high doses is potentially harmful to humans. However, in low doses is being researched as a potential treatment for Alzheimer's. I just learned this past weekend. So it can be considered beneficial in that aspect. Now, there's another spider that we have locally that's intimidating in appearance. The wolf spider can get almost as big as your hand. They can inflict a painful bite. However, their venom is not considered harmful to humans. And then once in a while, a wolf spider will get into our house, and I've had some epic battles with them where I'm knocking over chairs and breaking brooms in half. And I'm all for catch and release of certain insects and throwing them back outside, but it's not going to happen with a wolf spider. Now, while we're on the topic of handling insects, I brought tonight some American cockroaches that sometimes referred to as the palmetto bug, and we want to conduct an experiment tonight where we prove that they can live for 7 days without their head. We won't be able to complete the experiment tonight, but what I'm going to do is pass one in each direction. I'll ask the first person to remove the head and pass it on. Please remove the head and pass it around. And then I'll ask the sergeant at arms to collect them at the end of the meeting, and then we'll evaluate them next week. Now, on the topic of insects that are detrimental or just plain bad, we include the mosquitoes, fleas, and the bed bugs, which we come to detest. However, even these insects have a place in our local ecosystem. There is one insect that is imported from South America, the fire ant, imported fire ant. It does not belong here. It has a stinger like a wasp. It's crowding out our local native ant species and can communicate with chemical messengers called pheromones, where if any of you have had the misfortune of standing in a fire ant mound unknowingly, you can relate to this. They will not sting you immediately. They'll wait till they're all in attack position and then send out the signal and start stinging you. At that point, they may be far up your pant leg, and at that point you have no option but to dance around and try to remove your pants and shoes as quickly as possible, no matter where you are or who you're with. So in my opinion, it's okay to pour boiling water on these ant mounds or pour gas on them and light them. You can put an M80 firecracker in there, but that ain't going onto your neighboring people. So even then, we are learning about these insects the hard way, but we're becoming more familiar with them, so we know to avoid them. So I hope tonight I was able to communicate and communicate to you that the more you learn about your local insects and spiders and become more familiar with them, the more comfortable you'll be when they're in your midst. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Everybody, please vote. Kevin Hall.
You can comment. You can comment.
What?
You can comment.
Comments. What did I say?
Vote.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant